Good night, morning, afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Loaded Potato Podcast. I'm your host for today, Axel, and I'm joined by my two Spiderling 1, Brandon.
With great power comes great big booty bitches.
I agree. And big booty bitch number 2, Ivan.
Hard sniffs.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome everyone back. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Let's start off with that.
Tired.
How are you feeling? How are your emotions? You know?
Tired with the side of tired.
Tired with the side of tired? Feel that?
I have Windows 10 on this flash drive, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Legally, right?
I have Pop OS on this one.
I mean, yeah.
He has it legally.
Yeah, I should burn this flash drive.
Well, that's unfortunate. Anyways,
cast it in the fire.
So yeah, but welcome back.
How are you feeling, nutsack?
I'm doing okay. I'm not sure how this episode is gonna sound since I had to reset a bunch of shit, but hopefully I do a good job and everything sounds great on the video. So good job. Yeah.
All his
Big
files
L.
are gone.
Yeah, all my files.
Oh no, the homework folder.
Yeah, my homework folder's gone.
Oh no.
My audio in
SAT
Audacity
preparations
is peaking right. Yeah, SAT preparations. All those valuable links that I had are now gone.
Imagine not having a bookmark manager for that.
Right. Imagine wouldn't be me. But
right.
Anyway, let's hop into it. The I want to start this off first. We watched what is it called? It's Into the Spider-Verse. Was that
Into
the movie?
Spider-Gwen's ass.
Into Spider-Gwen's ass.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across
Spider-Gwen's ass.
And we all watched it. And we like to give our shit opinions on the movie. So
Well, first things first, I wanted to
God.
set the fact of, so when we watched the movie, and during the beginning, if anyone's already seen the movie, is that it has audio issues with hearing some of the audio in the beginning, as far as like the music to voice audio. I figured out the reason why it was like that is because the movies is supposed to be set to a certain volume, and each theater has its own volume like meter for the movie itself. It was supposed to be set to 7, and ours wasn't. So we had the shit end of the stick on that one.
nice.
But the
Wait, how'd you find that out?
because they posted about it. Because if it
theater?
if it wasn't set to 7, it would have been fine. But I did digging research on like saying like why audio was messed up, and it turns out all the theaters didn't read the thing properly and didn't set the their volume to 7.
Interesting.
And
That's
to the
wild.
theaters that did get sent it to 7, I think like the producers, directors, someone like sent out like a little sticker saying, "Thank you for setting to 7."
Thank you for setting to 7.
Yeah, it was just funny. But
Yeah.
let's get into the nitty gritty on the Spider-Man movie. I didn't
Alright.
find this out until like after the movies that actually you didn't watch the first one.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
No, yeah, well, he said it like right when we sat down,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Yeah, you haven't seen the first one."
No, but
But-
I did learn the first movie through osmosis, so I would through memes and whatnot.
Through Spark
Yeah.
Notes.
Yeah, that's why I love this meme right now. It's a great meme. It's a good one.
Is good meme.
It's good. But
Bro, when that
But
scene
yeah.
happened, I could not stop laughing like 10 fucking minutes. Like we would stop, have like a minute break, and then like just immediately start laughing again.
Oh, dude, the fucking Miles fucking sniffing the fucking the post or whatever, the windowsill. Oh, that's fucking gold, dude. Now that's
Mhm.
peak storytelling.
It really is. That's what you call a good meme.
Yeah, no, that's what we call good.
But I think we should go around and just get our honest reviews on the movie, starting with our nutsack of Axel.
Should I be the one to go first, or should you guys go? Because I have a unique opinion. I think Ivan should go first, and then me, and then you, Brandon.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're the one who hasn't seen the other movie, so how is it, for the first time seeing this kind of like thing?
Fine. I'll start then. As an outsider coming into this movie without watching the previous one, which is a really stupid thing. You should never do that, by the way, because you'll for other franchises you'll literally know nothing. But thankfully, I sort of knew what was going on. I already knew some of the characters, right? Going into this movie, of course, there were new characters that were introduced, like
Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man
and whatnot. So,
I think you missed Spider-Man.
Spider-Woman.
Okay, so as a movie, it was okay. Like, I see, like, everyone online praising, like, this is the best movie on Earth. And I'm like, it was an okay movie. It wasn't, like, as a standalone movie with, like, no context whatsoever, it was okay, right? It wasn't amazing. And if anything, it was kind of bad, like, nearing the end part. Because it built up.
Spoiler warnings.
And I'm not going to say anything. It was like, it built up to this, like, tension part and then never had a release. So it was like blue ballsing you this entire time. And it didn't feel like a satisfying ending. Right?
Man got blue balled.
So I was like, so none of the plot threads that were shown in this movie are going to resolve in this movie. That's kind of stupid. But I guess that's the price you have to pay for being in a trilogy. Right? I didn't know it was a trilogy
blue
initially.
balled.
I thought this was, the sequel, but I didn't know there was going to be a part 3. So, like, movie overall, good, okay movie. Is it the next coming of Christ? I don't think so. But
you will now be hung for that.
It was all right. I wouldn't hype it up. I liked it. It was funny. I saw Spider-Man. There were memes in there. They were pretty good. There was some shit that I don't like, but we can discuss that later down the line because I'm going to rant about it if we start now. But I give it a solid, not a 7, 7.5. 7.5 is good. It's okay. Maybe if I saw the first one, it'd probably be higher. But since I didn't see it, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was pretty good. I wouldn't give it a negative score.
Fair enough.
All right.
I think you should go next because I have a little bit more deeper understanding with Spider-Man's than the other two.
Yeah. I mean, I of course saw the first one. Thought it was really good. I thought this movie was actually really good. Not as good as some people were making it out to be, like how much they hyped it up. But I will say the ending I really don't like at all. I agree with you, Axel. Like, I don't know, shit's whack. Like it felt like, and I don't know if this was their intention, but it really did feel like they literally had the second half of the movie and they just cut it and then slapped on some credits and then called it good.
It's like they made the full movie and then they just cut it in between those parts and then just like, hey, this is the ending.
Yeah, it didn't feel like an actual ending. I don't know.
Oh wait,
but it was still really good overall. I'll give it 3 Spider-Mans as my rating.
3 Spider-Mans. Sorry,
3 Spider-Mans out of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and one more thing to add. I forgot to add this into my first initial review. So, like, okay, so like Puss in Boots, right? How to have that animation style. That thing fucking hurt my eyes. But in this movie, they actually did it right, and it didn't hurt my eyes. It made me want to vomit. So
sounds like a skill issue.
No, it's a skill issue on their end because they're the one animating it. So
I never had a problem with their animation.
So it was good enough for you to vomit too? Is that what I'm guessing?
No. What I mean is, like, the frame rate didn't hurt me, like it did in Puss in Boots. Like there were times.
Imagine being sensitive to fucking frame rates.
Says the guy that sneezes at the sun. Shut up. Anyways, but like during the Puss in Boots, like some action scenes, like the frame rate would get so bad, like as stylized quote unquote.
It's not exactly 24 FPS. I'm gonna puke.
Well, no, it just makes me want to vomit. It's like, ew,
It's
it looks
23.99.
disgusting. You guys are like, oh no, stylistic art style. It's special.
It was.
And then no, because then when I went to
It
the
was
actual
fine.
one from when it came from, the Spider-Verse, the comic book thing, it actually was good. And it was done properly, and it didn't hurt me. I was like, oh wow, look at this. It didn't hurt my eyes, didn't want to make me vomit, and it's actually good. Like,
I was telling Ivan this. So for those who haven't seen the trails and whatnot, Spider-Punk's in it. And I was telling Ivan during the movie that each article of clothing on Spider-Punk was at a different frame rate.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I thought that was interesting.
I didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention too much, but
No, I read that before I seen the movie. Like I happened
okay.
to see it in my feed, so I'm like, oh, that
Fair
actually
enough.
makes a lot of sense. And then I can actually see it, so I'm like, oh.
Mhm. But anyways, yeah. It was nice. It was nice to see the change, and actually seeing the proper animation style. It makes me appreciate it more when it's done right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the Puss in Boots was bad. It's just that some parts made me want to vomit because of the frame rate. that was it.
Fair enough. And then on to me.
Yeah.
See, with my thing is too, I'm a huge advocate for the Spider-Man movies because I've realized that pretty much all of the Spider-Man movies from Tobey Maguire's first one back in the early 2000s to now, all of them have been like bangers. Like with some minor exceptions, with like some of the like apparently like Amazing Spider-Man 2, like one or two of the Tom Holland movies. But like even if that, like those are just lower on the list, but they're still better than like most Marvel movies as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I enjoyed the most is because I played a lot of the games and read a decent amount of the comics too. So I kept pointing out like different versions of like the Spider-Mans that like showed up in like the big scene. And then I really enjoyed like the attention to detail with like each individual art styles that they had for each Spider-Man. Because what was it? I was reading this like before the movie came out. It had like 144 different styles of art in the movie, which is so mind blowing to think about.
Yeah.
But the thing I realized too, Ivan, Adam Sandberg's in the movie too. I didn't realize till afterwards.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Adam Sandler.
Sandberg
Adam Sandler.
Adam
from
Sandler.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
What did he play?
He played the Scarlet Spider. Like I'm having so much a hard time. Like traumatic backstory
Oh yeah.
Oh,
with the blue crop top one. Yeah, him.
Yeah,
That was Adam Sandberg.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I think overall, the movie did a good job of picking up where it left off from the first one.
Yeah.
But as the other two both stated before, the ending it's like anytime you take a movie and you have to put it in two parts, kind of like Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. Like you had that like already formatted out to be a one whole movie. It was basically one whole book as it was, but they put it in the two parts.
Yeah.
It's forcing us to, not that we weren't going to go see the third movie anyway. It's forcing us to go see it anyways.
Yeah, but at least the way that they cut it was way better. It felt like an actual ending
Also,
Yeah.
like
to a
like
movie.
for like the Hunger Games whatnot, they had plot start and end within that movie. While this one
it
had
just kind of abruptly
start,
ended.
and then it just never finished anything. There wasn't anything that finished. It just ended.
It was a much forced cliffhanger rather than a good cliffhanger, which actually makes you want to do it. Makes you want to go
Yeah.
next. But this one's like I said, it's all forced.
Yeah.
Not to say, to me, it wasn't bad. It's just poor. It was just poor taste, to say the least.
Yeah. See, like for me as the outsider, not knowing. See, like this is another thing. Like I didn't know there was a third movie, so watching that just abruptly end and not knowing there was a third movie, I was like, "What the fuck?" That's why I didn't want to give it like a better score because of just like that abrupt ending. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, I still liked it as it was.
Mm-hmm.
I can still give it a higher score of like at least like 8 or 9. I can see why a lot of people enjoyed the movie a lot. Just like how saw that a lot of people enjoyed the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Both of them understood the assignment of what makes a good superhero movie. 'Cause I feel like with like these studios, like well, it's not Disney that is it Disney that owns Into the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
Evan, or is it?
Nah, it's Sony. I'm pretty sure.
Is this one Sony?
I thought Disney owns
Yeah.
all Marvel or whatever. All
Well,
No,
Marvel.
no.
'cause
Sony
there's-
owns Spider-Man though.
No,
Yeah.
Disney
anymore.
owns Spider-Man.
No. I think Sony owns Spider-Man, but Disney has the rights to the merchandise. I think.
Probably. It's a whole bunch of legal jargon that we're not going to really get
Yeah.
into. But I just think that the people behind the Spider-Man movies, they understand the assignment when it comes to comic book accuracy. I say that vaguely because they it's like DC now. They're starting to pull from the comic book realm to try to make it as accurate as possible while also giving it its own spin as it is. Which I enjoy. That's why a bunch of the X-Men movies were so good as they were, because they had a good amount of comic book snippets here and there, in my opinion at least. But
Comic book.
beggars really can't be choosers when it comes to these movies and how they portray it, because it's not going to be 100% accurate. I wish they were, because I feel like a lot of the comics and like the different stories that they produced over the years can be turned into live action or even animated shows.
Mm-hmm.
It could work out immensely. But going back just to reviewing the movie, I give it, like I said, I give it at least an 8 or 9 out of 10. It'll be in my top 10 movies of the year, like the new ones that I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say.
Granted, I haven't seen a lot of movies this year, anyways. It still makes it my top 10. I'm like,
Yeah.
it was better than expected. Because
I can see that.
everyone's always heard the saying of, "Oh, the sequel will never be as good as the first one." It wasn't as good as the first one, but it wasn't like terrible.
Mhm.
Honestly, I kind of like this more than the first one.
A lot of people said that they
Well,
enjoyed this
yeah.
one a lot more.
I could see that, but I don't know. Like, just because of how it ended, I really can't give it. It really can't be any better than that.
Yeah, true.
Because it was the ending. It's the last thing you're gonna remember from the movie. You're gonna leave the theater and still remember that. Doesn't matter what happened in between. You're gonna leave the theater, and that's the last thing you're gonna remember.
Getting blue balled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are we all gonna give the Spider-Man movie as a collective score?
I already said like 3 Spider-Man out of 1 Gwen butt, but
That's a good rating. That's a good rating.
yeah,
I'll give
Spider-Man
it-
out of
I'll
1
give-
Gwen butt.
I'll give it 3 Uncle Ben deaths.
3 Uncle
3
Ben
Uncle
bits.
Ben. Okay.
And I give
okay.
it 1 anime Spider Girl timeline canon event out of Peter Parker. All right.
I do love the memes that came out of me breaking up with my girlfriend and me realizing it was a canon event.
Yeah, it's the canon event. Fucking hell, dude. Okay, so let's get into these canon events, like side story.
Well,
kind
hold
of thing.
on. Oh, hold up.
You're saying something? You found something?
No. Are we
What?
down to do this whole spoiler thing?
Yes. I already gave you one.
Okay.
I gave the warning because I thought you were gonna start saying stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we gave
Okay.
the
Just wanted to double check.
Okay, spoiler warning.
We're not gonna go like in depth. We're just gonna give our spark notes on it.
Darth Vader's Luke Skywalker's father.
Anyway, skip to
I had to
the-
say it.
Skip
I had to
the
say it.
the
I am
time
your father.
timestamp here on screen. I'm actually going to do it this time. If you want to avoid these,
You're not gonna timestamp
spoilers.
No, we should just
I'm
not
going
give
to
any
timestamp.
announcement and just jump straight into the spoiler.
Anyways, canon events. I find them fucking stupid, but they make sense. They make sense, but also I find them really fucking stupid.
Wait, actually, I also want to say something real quick. I
Yeah.
think all this multiverse stuff is retarded. I'm so
Yes.
sick of this trope now. It's like in every fucking movie and show.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's start with that then. Let's start with me ranting about that. So, like, the multiverse is a thing, right? When you start adding this shit, it spirals out of control really fucking quickly. especially like
It already has.
Yeah, it already has. So like, for example, like Miles Morales is considered was an anomaly or whatever. Like he wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man, right? He was that spider was supposed to bite someone else. He was supposed to be Spider-Man in their world. Now, who was it? I'm pretty sure the movie explained it. Like it wasn't him. It was supposed to be another Peter Parker that was supposed to be bit. It wasn't supposed to be Miles.
No. Well, the spider came into his universe or whatever, his timeline.
But I'm pretty sure that original spider was supposed to bite someone else. It was supposed to bite another Peter. It wasn't supposed to bite a Miles. Like, I know you said like in the comics. I think I'm getting this all fucking confused and whatnot. But
you're a little bit confused, but you're not too far off.
Man saw one movie, thinks he's an expert now.
No, like, okay, you have to remember, I'm coming in this blind. I'm only getting my information when I get from the movie, right?
Tinfoil hat.
Okay, so let me explain it then. How about that?
Wait. Can I just say? Can I say one thing?
No.
Because what I think it is. So we find out. Okay, this is heavy spoilers. We find out. Yeah, we did it. We find out the Miles who's supposed to be bitten. I'm pretty sure he turned into the Prowler.
No? See, I was right. Yeah, Brent.
No.
So,
okay, so it's not for Peter Parker of that.
Yeah, the uncle.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Brent.
All right. So long story short, set the premises: the spiders that bit Miles in the first movie was from a different Earth, Earth 42.
Mm-hmm.
And it somehow got jargoned into his Earth, but it ended up biting him. It was supposed to bite a Peter, a certain someone in Earth 42. Miles in that Earth becomes the Prowler. Or, yes, it either becomes the Prowler or his uncle becomes the Prowler, that like he's destined to be. Either way, with no spider in that in Earth 42 universe, Miles in that universe is the technical Prowler, because it was never supposed to bite, like Axel tried to state before, a Miles. It was always supposed to be either a Peter in a way.
It's usually a Peter. It doesn't have to be Peter, but
yeah. But now, a whole bunch of jargon events happening, and then that spider went to Miles's Earth, and that's when he got bit in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Okay.
And my understanding for that Miles in Earth was it 42, right?
Yeah, that's the one that the spider came from.
Yeah. So what I imagine what happened was that the uncle was destined to become the Prowler, right? And then what happened was the uncle then took in the Miles, because Miles already smart. No matter what universe it is, the Miles is going to be a smart kid, right? So then the uncle takes Miles under his wing and he becomes the new Prowler, because he can upgrade the suit to even, be better than beyond what the uncle can do, right? So then 42 it becomes, that's why Miles is now the Prowler in that universe.
Well, I mean, from what we see in the movie, it kind of looked like the same suit.
No,
it looked the same.
It looks
it's similar design, but it's not the same suit. But like,
I'm not saying it's exactly the same. But
the color concept's there, but it's like it's a whole different redesign of the suit.
I think when I saw the canon event for Miles when his uncle died, like his suit was like purple, like a light purple, while this new one's like a darker purple.
He changed the LED.
It's probably the shade, because it was dark.
Bro.
It was dark out, man.
Yeah.
It's probably the shading and whatnot.
All right, whatever. But yeah, that's my understanding of that. But the multiverse is another dumb shit I fucking hate. So like, if you introduce the multiverse, that means technically there's infinite copies of everything, right? No matter what. That's just how it works. Multiverse is infinite, therefore infinite of everything. So that means there's a universe where there's a Miles Morales that is supposed to be Spider-Man, and in that one, and then it's like, I hate it. And then what I think it's, for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like the canon event thing is going to be overwritten because they're going to start including like fan concepts, right? I feel like it's going to go in that direction. Like, fan art and whatnot, having their canons realized right now and whatnot, because, it's technically a Spider-Man thing, so therefore it's connected to the web, it's multiverse. So therefore, their canon stuff is now real. So that means they're going to rewrite an ending with Miles. This is supposed to happen, and then Miles fixes everything in the end because multiverse, and it's supposed to allow everything.
I wonder what the Batman multiverse is gonna look like.
Batman kills everyone.
No, like they play it off. They're like, hey, all our stories, they interconnect. They're like a web. They're spiders. And then Batman.
I'm pretty sure this already happened. There was like a Batman that was like, he saw everything and he wanted to kill everyone. So then he was killing all the Batmans from all the different universes.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
No, I don't get the joke. No, I'm not.
He's a bad when he's talking about spider-related things.
Yeah, the multiverse, it's like a web. It looks like a web. What does the Batman multiverse look like?
But technically, if you look at it too, in the Arrowverse, it's literally just circles of Earths, different Earths. That's all it really is. Infinite Earths.
Yeah, and it's a fucking stupid concept, like you said, Ivan, earlier. Yeah. It's like, it's overused. It's dumb. It allows too many plot holes. It's like...
But I do like the continuity that this movie did, because... So the reason why there is these... anomalies in the movies is because of what Doctor Strange and the Tom Holland Spider-Man did. But if you paid attention during the movie, he doesn't call him Spider-Man. He calls Doctor Strange and that nerd kid. Because if you remember from the last Spider-Man movie for Tom Holland, he wipes everyone's memories. That includes all across the multiverse. So they don't know that there's a Spider-Man on Earth, whatever, like 1999999.
Yeah, we see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but we don't see Tom Holland.
We see the Amazing Spider-Man TV show Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, that was one thing I really liked about it, is all the references, all these spiders that you see across, comic history, and I found that really impressive. Like, wow, there's so many Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I knew there's some ridiculous ones, like the T-Rex one. I knew that one, the spider dinosaur. I forgot his name. I knew the car one, the spider car or whatever. I knew that. Yeah.
Like the Doom buggy looking motherfucker.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing all that. Although I may not known all their name. Known. English. I may have not known all their names, but I did like it.
I knew a fair good amount, especially when they made reference to the Insomniac Spider-Man.
Yeah, see, something like that I would know.
Yeah, so it was from the video game. But thank God he didn't take off his mask, because we would all thrown a fit if it wasn't the PS4 version. Because there's a difference. Yep. But I think we can get off the topic of Spider-Man now. I think everyone gets the point. If you guys already seen it, the movie's already been out for like 2 weeks already, so go see it.
More Spider.
Go watch it. It's good. You should support it. That's a good movie to support.
More Spider.
So instead of shit plot lines and ending with fucking ball cutting off, the blue ballsing, how about we talk about the blue ballsing of Twitch and their content creators?
Oh yeah.
Haven't they always been like that?
Yes, but it's even worse. So basically what happened,
they're bluer.
About a week ago, Twitch has now added a new set of rules where you can't have basically sponsored stuff at all anywhere on the platform.
That's not true.
It's not entirely. I know I'm exaggerating, but they want to make it so that streamers get their sponsor stuff through them, mainly through them. So then Twitch gets a cut of their profits. And right now, sponsors are basically the only main source of revenue for most streamers. And also, all the money goes to them, so they don't have to split it, right? So that's how they make their money. But Twitch doesn't like that, so they want a piece of the pie of that as well. And they're just being shitty, greedy companies, and everyone hates Twitch for that. So basically, when they made that announcement, everyone finally was like, "All right, last straw, Twitch. We're jumping ship, basically.
Let's go to YouTube."
Yeah, literally, everyone's going everywhere else besides Twitch right now, and it's like good. Them being shit lords and thinking they're the only streaming platform, it's not the case anymore. There are actual competitors now, like Kick and Rumble, even though you guys probably don't know what those are.
Nope.
but those are the competing streaming platforms other than Twitch and of course YouTube.
You forgot to mention the no more simulcasting.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to that. And then they added another dumb fucking rule that you can't simulcast from Twitch. Yeah,
What is that?
That means streaming on multiple platforms at the same time. So
That was called multicast.
Simulcasting.
That's worse.
yeah.
The fuck?
And then their guidelines, it's called simulcasting.
Yes.
I really don't care.
Fucking
So
whack
basically,
ass.
you can either choose to stream only on Twitch, or you can stream on multiple platforms like YouTube, TikTok.
No, I know
Facebook.
that. Yeah.
So it's either them or the highway, and everyone's choosing the highway.
Yeah, wait, but that doesn't make sense. How can they stop
That's
you
just-
from
Well, because then you're
streaming?
breaking TOS and they can ban you.
But that's so stupid.
Yeah,
Because
Twitch-
all right, so
Twitch is just
before
being stupid.
Bro.
they did the new no simulcasting thing, you could simulcast, but you could not be partnered or affiliated with
Yeah.
Twitch. That's what Ninja did, or
Yeah,
is currently doing, because after he's not signed exclusively anywhere. He is streaming basically anywhere right now.
every
he's
platform
pulling
you
all the-
can. Yeah,
Yeah. And then after that whole thing went down, he's basically like, it's either he streams on a platform that makes him no money, or stream on multiple platforms that do make him money. So they took the latter in that situation.
and a lot of streamers are doing that as well.
But
Same.
the thing that I just thought was funny was you can have sponsored deals and whatnot. You can have like you can't have like pre, mid, and end roll ads, like burnt in ads. You can't have things in the background, like let's say if my TV was on, like having an ad on it for a sponsor deal. Can't do that. You can only, if you have like those like things on the screen, banners, whatnot, can only be like 3% of the screen.
Fucking
Whack.
tiny. It's
Yeah,
like,
but they ended up
can't.
rescinding that, but it's still in effect, just not as heavily.
no, it's they didn't even rescind it. It's not even reduced or anything. It's the exact same thing. It just they say they rescinded it, but they didn't. It's still in the TOS.
Yeah.
Whack.
They
'Cause
say,
there's-
oh, sorry guys, we'll take it back. We'll take it back, and then they didn't take it back.
Whack.
So they're a garbage company. Good to know. Another garbage company to add to the list. So
I mean, they're already garbage to begin with, so it really didn't matter.
so check our live streams out on YouTube at the Loaded Potato Podcast. Whenever we
Live
do
streaming
stream, we're
forever.
never gonna stream on Twitch ever because we'll just stick
It's
on YouTube.
easier on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's way easier.
We can actually, now that I realize this going forward, we can actually start streaming on YouTube again for our people who listen to us early. Because with our new recording methods, you won't see our pictures just this time. You can actually see our faces.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
There we
actually
go.
better.
So that'll be something to think about. We could probably do a live tier list one of these days with
Ooh,
you
live-
guys. So
Episode 50 live tier list ?
spoiler warning.
Spoilers?
Ivan gets a gun and waves it around.
He calls out fucking Sneeko or whatever his name is. Calls him a pussy.
Bruh.
All right.
Watch my clips. Watch my clips.
Watch my clip. Anyways, so that was that. Twitch sucks. I got another transition. Fuck Activision Blizzard. First of all,
Fuck
Let's start-
Activision Blizzard.
Let's start on
That's
that.
a given. Fuck
them.
Activision Blizzard.
They suck. They suck my dingleberries. Fucking okay. Anyways, so it's about Bobby Kotick, and
The what?
basically
The what now?
Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision Blizzard, and recently he went on an interview denying all accusations of the harassment that took place inside his company.
Let's go, CEO. Fucking gaslighting people. Speedrun.
Yeah, right. It's like I was like, nothing happened in the company. I'm just cliff noting this. Like nothing happened in the company. Nothing would happen in my company because the guy who's running this, and definitely not the people who made the games, made this a successful company. And it definitely wasn't the programmers, no, or the game developers who made the games. No, it was me. I'm the one who made this company great. Nothing bad will happen. Under our investigations, nothing bad happened. So they were unlawful.
I always love that.
Yeah, they were doing that. And then he went even further and he blamed the employees, not him. the employees that
Moving forward, we do not
It's like-
condone the actions of this man, or do we appreciate the action that this man takes, or anything that's happened to anyone in the similar situations. We do not condone this at all.
it's like fucking bro. It's like you can't do this. Oh, you can't do this. No.
It's like that the bike spoke meme
yeah.
where he
what's
puts a
that?
stick into his bike.
Oh yeah. When he and then he flops over because he's a fucking moron. It's like how high on your you look like an evil supervillain. Why are you acting like one? Like, come on, at least try to hide it. Try.
Yeah.
You can pretend to care. If you pretend to care, then you at least look like a decent CEO. Like, there's a reason. There's a reason why the Nintendo of America CEO, the former, was so loved. Reggie, if you know him.
He understood the situation. He got it.
Yeah, he did. I got that. But Reggie was loved. He was funny. He was in it. He was nice. He pretended. At least he pretended. I'm not sure if he's actually evil or not. If he is actually evil, no. See, like if he was actually evil, he did a good job of hiding. He did a really good fucking job.
Yeah.
And I can respect him for pretending to be nice because at least he tried.
Average high schooler putting on a face.
Right, fucking hell, dude. It's like how I fucking hate that company, dude. I'm so glad you guys have stopped playing Overwatch because it's like, yes, thank you. I'm happy.
It's been about a week. I'm holding strong.
Yes.
I think you're gonna break.
Nah,
How soon?
you're
I
better
don't
than
know,
that.
but before August at least.
I believe
Okay,
in you,
I
Ivan.
gotta do your prediction plus 1 day.
No, I believe in you. You'll cold turkey quit. You're done.
Well, on the topic of like just video games in general,
Mm-hmm.
I think Ivan really has something to say about this. Is
No.
Apple's new Vision Pro that they announced not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
It's something.
don't get it,
Yeah.
please.
What do you mean? I need to buy it. It's the future of the next technology thingy, and I am an
Bro.
average normie who doesn't know any better.
$3,456, basically.
It's the future, Brandon. I'm investing. Don't
That's
worry.
so stupid.
What was the last thing you ever invested in?
Bitcoin.
My M.2.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
My yesterday investment.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, no, so yeah, if y'all have been living under a rock, or you just don't care about Apple, they announced this AR/VR headset. Yeah, it's fucking $3,500, and no, you can't play games. They said that it's mostly geared towards like work. Like I don't know what kind of work, but just work.
That
not
just
games.
makes zero sense to think. Like, I feel like you're gonna get more distracted. Like, you'll have a harder time at the end of the day.
Yeah,
with
dude.
something like that.
Their fucking video that they had that showcased it, it was so funny because they were like, oh yeah, with the headset, because it has a shit ton of cameras in. They have no controllers, by the way. No controllers on this headset. It is like the Oculus on how it detects your hands and fingers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But of course it does it better. But yeah, essentially, oh, sorry. Another feature of it is that, because it has a shit ton of cameras and like high resolution cameras and shit, it can take 3D video, like more than 2D, just, you know, you can actually see depth and stuff. And they made this, they showcased this video of this father who had the headset on, and like I think it was like at his daughter's like birthday party or something like that. Like everyone's shitting on the video, just like imagine being a dad in the future. Yeah, imagine like being a dad in the future that fucking is like, wait, hold on, let me go get the goggles just to put it on. You don't see his fucking like, it's so fucking dystopian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Apple stay in your lane. Make decently okay phones like every year, then up the price of them
Decently-
each time.
Yeah.
No. It's Apple. They'll always overcharge. Essentially, the chip inside is the M2 chip. So you have the power of all the whatever the fucking MacBooks or whatever in this
The power
headset.
of the sun in the palm of your hand.
Yeah. But yeah, it's whack, and I hope it fails. As much as I love VR, I hope it fails because I hate the idea of getting into a future of like the metaverse and now the Appleverse or whatever the fuck it is.
We live in a society where the plot of Wall-E and all the people in them chairs is gonna be the new future for us.
Bruh.
That's wild.
It's just gonna be ridiculous. I think the world is moving pretty quickly as it is, but just the idea of all these technologies and everything just evolving is going too fast for most people and faster for some companies that are trying to push it as a new beginning for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's really going to stick.
No, it's like throwing turds at the wall. It's not going to really stick properly.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I don't know about it. It's whack.
I feel like eventually it'll probably get turned into a gaming headset, but that's like the biggest if we're going to give. So when it comes to that,
Spend $3,500 for for the fucking thing.
or we can spend our money on the new Quest 3 coming out too.
Oh yeah, there's been a good bit of announcements of VR headsets. The Quest 3 actually looks really good though. Not gonna lie.
That looks clean though, especially with the controllers too.
I hate Facebook or Meta or whatever the fuck, but let me see. Do they have the specs out? I don't think they have the specs for the Quest 3. I know the price is like $500, I think, or $499, I think is what it was.
Yeah, $499.
Is
With
it? Yeah.
They have the specs out, comparing it to the new Apple Pro.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Well, no, they have a lot of things that isn't announced.
Yeah, I don't think they have the specs out, but it looks really good. Honestly, I might want to go get it if Valve doesn't come out with the Index 2.
Yeah, I'm pushing for an Index.
But even then, that's spending like $1,000 for a VR headset that I already don't really use VR. So I don't know.
See, I have a good amount of space to do VR, like if I want to, because there's a ton of VR games I really want to play.
Yeah,
and just do. And just the Quest isn't something it's going to cater towards my favor. At the end of the day, it does have still a vast library, but the Valve and it being more directly connected to computer ports rather than have to worry about like extra cords with the Quest, because the Quest is nice. Don't get me wrong; it's all hands free, like basically cord free.
Well, I just saying for you, you can connect your Quest to your PC.
But like that's a little bit more. That's like it's a little bit more jankier than.
Well, I mean,
I know what you mean. It's just If I want to do that, I'd rather just go all the way with it. To be fair,
I mean, you can, or you can just dip your toes and see if you even like it. Because I'd rather know that I'm actually going to be liking it and using it before spending $1,000 on VR headset.
Well, yeah,
or the setup, not just the headset, but yeah.
I mean, if I do, I can always just like sell it later at a cheaper price. Like I'll still get some money back because everyone would want a high spec headset.
Yeah. One good thing about this stuff is that it's making VR stuff more competitive, and it all started with the PSVR 2.
Oh yeah.
They made it so fucking good, and then now Apple
Who knew?
Is doing a thing. I mean, it's not gaming, but they still came out with. And I'm not just trying to shit on Apple, but the headset for like the technology in it looks really good. But I think they're, a bit too enthusiastic about it. But they made a good headset. Fucking Oculus or Meta, they're making hopefully a really nice third installment for the Quest. Fucking Valve needs to get on their ass and give us the Index 2. But I like VR. I want to do more of it. I wish more people did it, but oh well.
I would as well if I had a VR headset. But Ivan, I feel like you definitely would use VR a lot more if you had more people to use it with, because a lot of VR games are cooperative, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes and no. I would use it more if I could play with people, but also, I mean, VR on Linux has always been iffy. But now that I have a newer graphics card, I haven't really actually really tried doing it on, because I have a lot of Steam games that support VR that I really want to try out. So hopefully, I can actually use it a lot more when I figure out the VR stuff on my system.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, VR with friends is a lot better.
I feel like anything with friends is always going to be better. Like Deep Rock Galactic, which you guys should get on Steam, which is only $18.
I'm trying to get into that game, but I don't know. It's not clicking enough for me.
I've realized our friend group, when it comes to our video game taste, is the most obscure thing ever.
Wait, what?
So, with the group of 4, so being myself, Axel, Ivan, and our other friend Reed, we all have our different tastes in games. The one thing relatively was that we had in common that we played together basically all the time was Overwatch, surprisingly. But now since that's out of the picture, we're trying to figure out games that we could play together.
Yeah, we're looking around and be like, well, we do now.
This is a weird time for video games, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It do be.
This is a movie year, I've noticed.
Movie year? How so?
Yeah. There's a lot more good movies that have come out this year.
Yeah, all the video games that came out recently are absolute ass.
Yeah.
Movies have been good, except for Marvel, but...
You should watch the new Guardians movie. It's actually...
Okay, other than Guardians... I mean, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good. Other than Guardians, everything else has been trash with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well.
Alright, we'll call it. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this week's episode of the Loaded Potato Podcast. Be sure to check out the links in the description down below. Check out all our other social medias. And do you guys have anything else to say?
If you don't, I will find you.
No exceptions, are you gay?
Awesome. And we'll see everybody next time. Goodbye.
See you later, stinkies.